Hello, everybody, and welcome back to episode 8 of the Talking to Walter podcast. I'm Vincent.
I'm TJ.
And I'm James. Oh man,
You guys all right?
Your giggles.
Something funny?
and no, I just almost blew my eardrums out when you clapped. to
Oh, then
start
that's
the
your own
video.
fault. You just admitted it was your own fault. So
It was my own fault. You're right. Oh, so how's everybody doing? Episode 8.
terrible.
Terrible. We're a little behind. If anyone's noticed, episode 6 hasn't posted,
noticed.
and no one noticed. Why am I even saying?
Why are we
this?
talking about
Why
it?
are we
This is
talking
going to
about
get posted for another 2 weeks anyways.
Yeah, that's true. No one's gonna know. Anyways, we're on episode 8 now. So Vincent's doing terrible. TJ, you're doing terrible as
I'm
well.
doing terrible also.
Literally terrible.
I've been sick this last
What
week.
is the literal definition of terrible?
I don't know. You look that up while
I
TJ
will.
tells us about coughing up lungs and
Yeah.
being sick.
I don't even remember when it started. I think it was probably after our last recording. So I think it was your fault. Both of you guys gave me something.
Probably.
No.
Yeah.
I think people at work have been sick. And then my mom was telling me a lot of people have been showing up at the clinic sick too. So
It's that time of year, everyone going back to school too.
yeah,
so
people
it's-
just being around each other too much.
Yep. Yeah. One of the guys at work was sick as well, beginning of this week, and he pretty much never gets sick, and he was sick. So
Yeah, it's weird, huh?
yeah, I was like, stay away from me. I don't try not to get
The
it.
guy at
but
work, you mean?
The guy. Yeah, yeah.
You only work with like 3 people, right?
The one other guy that works there.
The
I
guy.
had to stay away from him. It was a really lonely week, but I kept myself entertained. So
Yeah, so if you hear hacking, did you guys already say that?
no, we didn't.
Okay.
Yeah, if you do hear that, it's TJ.
It's me.
Yeah,
He's okay, though. We
yeah,
have ambulance on standby.
yeah, just in case, and Lysol spray just to clean the
Oh,
room.
wow.
Spritz the room every
he's
once in a
actually
while.
in the other room right
Yeah.
now.
I'm
We're
in the
Skyping him
bathroom.
in from the bathroom. Yeah. Oh man.
Terrible just means extremely or distressingly bad or serious.
That's pretty accurate, right, Teach?
So,
I guess. I'm
can
not
you be
terrible?
Maybe
But I'm not.
terrible.
I'm not great.
You're not extremely serious.
I'm not extremely serious.
Okay.
That's good for this podcast. That's a good
I don't think
thing.
I ever am for this podcast.
That's good. Probably not for much in your life.
Actually, not really anything. No.
It's also
Except when I
good.
get mad, I get pretty serious when I'm
That's
mad.
true. That's true. So Vincent, you're not literally doing terrible then, right?
No, yeah.
No, you are.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I'm
Tell
just
me
kidding.
about it.
No, I'm good.
You're good.
Yeah.
You guys are doing school. I feel
No,
like
I
I'm
gave up after.
You gave up after 1 week.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I dropped out.
I
No,
feel
I'm
like
just
I'm interviewing you guys because I don't have anything going on right now. So I'm just gonna ask you guys. But you had what, second week of school, right? For
Yeah.
both of you.
Yep.
Yeah.
Any better than or anything that you found out new about your classes that you're
My
gonna
my
not
group
like or
isn't
like?
as incompetent as I thought.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
Right.
But close. But not-
Almost as
Yeah.
incompetent, but not quite.
They know how
Barely
to, they know
exceeded
how
your
to use
expectations.
Adobe Creative Cloud. So
That's a
Creative
plus.
Suite.
All right. I don't even know how to use that.
Well, one of them does. I don't know about the
I'm
other
sure I could figure it out.
You probably could. Probably could. That's good. So
one. You didn't do anything this week, Teach?
No, I went to school. That's pretty much it.
the
Yeah.
school you worked, right?
Yeah.
Still working fairly regularly, or
Yeah,
more
actually, I
time
work.
off?
Yeah, every day during these last 2 weeks. It's been nice. I've gotten Friday and Saturday off, so
Yeah.
that's cool.
that's
Sounds good.
nice.
What? How long do you have class each day? You go to school Monday through Thursday, or
Yeah, Monday through Thursday. It's different every day. Monday and Tuesday are probably my lightest days. Monday, well, I have math I have to take 4 days a week, so that's always at 1 o'clock. But
But they're only like
Tuesday,
an hour,
Wednesday,
huh?
yeah, it's like an hour and a half.
oh,
But it's nice. It's in the middle of the day because I don't get sleepy. I used to take an 8 a.m. math class, and it was
Yeah.
hot in the
That's
room,
the
and I
worst.
would, oh my god, I would rather be like standing up all day doing nothing because I
So working
I paid
advance.
for the class. I'm
Yeah.
trying to learn this stuff, but I'm falling asleep in the front row while she's watching me.
Yeah.
trying to take notes. Oh,
Yeah, it is the
I would
worst.
be so tired. I would be my eyes would not be able to focus on anything.
That's the worst
No
feeling.
matter where I would look, I could not focus my eyes because I just wanted to close them and
And then
sleep.
you start falling asleep, and you're like, "Okay, no, I got this. I got this."
But you don't. It's
And
just
then like
like
5 minutes later, you're like back.
yeah,
Mm.
I just it was painful. Like it was not fun.
We took
I'm
that one math class together my first semester of
Yeah,
college at
I
like
remember
6
that.
in the morning. Remember
Yeah,
that?
it was like 6:05.
Yeah.
I'm sure I'm not the only one, but there it is. Number one. We'll keep a tally.
Ding. I'm
Yeah,
not gonna do that.
don't do that. That'll be mean. I'm sure I'm not the
No.
only one, but like falling asleep in class when you like literally almost fall and hit your desk because your head just like you can't stay awake.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
That's happened to you guys?
Not in class, but
Not in
I
class.
get what happens to me is when the teacher pauses for like a little bit and I am asleep, that's when I'll wake up.
Oh yeah.
But most of the time, I like convince myself that I'm not asleep, even though I'm like, I can still hear everything,
Yep.
but I'm not paying attention to it. And once I like open my eyes, I don't remember what was said.
Uh-huh,
Yeah.
But
exactly.
during the time, I'm like still like
You're
aware.
conscious.
Yeah,
But you
you're
can't. Your
aware,
body,
yeah.
your mind is sleeping,
Yeah.
but you're conscious. Like
Yeah.
it's just a battle.
yeah.
Dude, but that's like
I do it when I'm writing, and that's the worst. Because I notice when I like, if you look at a whole page of my notes, it'd be like, okay, I fell asleep on that sentence and that sentence. Because I'll start trailing off, like getting all crooked and smaller and or bigger, or I don't even know.
and not writing like real words probably.
Yeah, sometimes I'm like,
scribbles
what
and
the
some-
heck was
yeah.
I trying to say at the end of that sentence?
That's funny. Dude, that's the worst. That's like a terrifying feeling for me, at least when I was in class, and like, it'd be one of those like really tired days. And
Mhm.
usually it was
Well, because
night
I get up
classes
every day
me.
for work at 3 also, so
Yeah.
it's like
You're
I either need
already
to take a nap or I don't know.
or you just stay awake and
Yeah,
you've
I
already
think
been
staying
up
awake's
forever.
better.
Probably. Dude, if I'm really tired and I get home and like take a nap or something, if I fall asleep, it's like the worst night of sleep ever if I
Yeah.
do
Yeah.
that, because then I can't then I'm like awake and then
Mhm.
I'll even get tired again, but I won't be able to fall asleep. I hate that. I hate taking naps in the middle of the
I
day.
hate that too.
But sometimes it just happens if you're just that tired. But
I like when I don't sleep for 24 hours, and then you take like a 2-hour nap, like in the middle of the morning, like 9 in the morning. Like you take a shower and you
it's like
feel
the heaviest sleep.
Yeah, but it's like
yeah,
ever.
but
2 hours.
you have
and
to time it out right.
Yeah,
Yep.
you
Yeah,
don't
you
sleep
do.
for too long, but you feel the same. Like you feel normal that same day.
Yeah, that's like the perfect.
You actually
definition
almost
of a
feel
power nap,
energized
right?
in a
Yeah.
way too, because you're just kind of like delirious, but you have got enough sleep, and you're just kind of I don't know,
Yeah,
almost like you're drunk.
It's almost better than normal sleep. Yeah,
yeah.
You just couldn't do it regularly. I think that'd probably mess with you too
I'm
bad.
sure
I'm
it
sh-
would,
there's
yeah.
a ton of different sleep like cycles that you could do. Like there's
Don't you have to have it consistent every day though?
yeah, like there's some people that only sleep 30 minutes every 3
4
hours.
hours, 3 hours. Yeah, I
Yeah.
remember. It's in this book that or at least the first time I heard about it was a couple years ago.
Yeah.
It was this book of this guy this guy basically tried all these like myths or crazy like things, and he wrote about it. So a couple of them were like eating certain things to um increase your pheromones in a certain way so that you're attractive. And he was claiming all this crazy stuff. He would walk into a room and he could tell all this attention was aimed towards it. Well, like how true could that be, But he did say he also tried
This was after he tested sleep deprivation. and
Yeah,
then, like-
exactly.
Yeah.
Well, no, this is just in the book though. But then
Yeah.
he did something too where he's like teaching the perfect baseball swing or experimenting with theories and
So he was
finding
all
out.
over the place.
He was basically a lab rat, just trying these ideas. And one
Yeah.
of them was a sleep thing where you train your body to sleep 30 minutes every 4 hours, and you just do that. You don't ever sleep for a big chunk of time. And he said it was hard because you have to train yourself. You start off doing sleep, a 6 hour night, and then take a 1 hour nap during the day or something, and then you decrease it to 4 hours, and then take a 30-minute nap or 2 30-minute naps, and then eventually you get to every 4 hours it's a half an hour nap.
Dude, what kind of life do you lead if you're?
We're
That's
not
what.
s-
Yeah, you have to be really.
We're not
flexible.
supposed to sleep 8 hours straight through the night.
No.
No, because even like before electricity, people would. It was. It had a name. Like it was a common word for like nighttime. but people actually like figured out that basically people would fall asleep when the sun went down. So like for us would be like 7:30. People would go to bed and then they would wake up at 11, and then from like 11 till 3 they would still be doing stuff. Like they would like get
In the
up and
dark.
well they had like candlelight.
That's
So they would like
weird.
get up and like have like a tea or like something and like just chit chat, or like a lot of like people who like famous inventors and stuff, that's when like most are like their
They
most
did most of
creative
their work,
hour,
huh?
like
Yeah.
writers
Huh.
and stuff. And then they would fall back to bed from like 3 to 5 or 3 to 6.
I have actually heard from multiple different people like that are artists that waking up at that time of the night or morning, and just like you're tired, you don't want to be awake, but that's when you're like can be really creative for
Yeah.
whatever reason. Your brain's just kind of in that spot.
I know I have the
But
craziest dreams. The second half of that kind of sleep. If I wake up,
dude,
Yeah.
stay up
no,
for a
that's
while,
so true.
and go
Yeah.
back to bed for just a few hours, you
Yep.
have the crazy like you. Well,
Even
they're
like
more vivid.
15
They're
Yeah.
easier to
minutes.
remember.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, those are the ones I remember. Yeah, when I wake up, like if I'll set my alarm early for whatever reason, wake up and then just decide no and
Yeah.
go back to bed,
Which is a lot
which
for
is
me,
which
at
is every
least.
morning. But those like that 30 minutes longer that I sleep or whatever, those are when I have the crazy dream, or at least the ones I remember. Like
Yeah,
you're
because
saying,
I think
like
it's because you wake up right
yeah,
after, but
but
still, I like that because it's just fun to have a cool dream.
and you actually kind of experience the dream.
Yeah, because you remember it and you just feel like you were there.
Yeah, unless it's not a cool dream, and then it's not good. But
There was a
Yeah,
if
right.
it's a
It's a
bad
nightmare or
dream, yeah.
something.
when I
Yeah.
first started going to to college, like I was really bad at like setting my schedule, so I'd always have like a 4 hour or 5 hour block
Yeah, it
Uh-huh.
in
sucks.
between
That's how my
classes.
whole schedule is this year. It sucks. It's the only way to
And
do it, though.
yeah,
Anyways.
especially when like there's not enough classes and too many students. But
Yeah.
um, so I would always like that math class we took. We would get out at like 7:30.
Yeah, I'd go to work. That's when I worked I got promoted to stockroom manager back then
That's why
at
you
our
were
job
taking
together.
that
That's why I
6
took it so
a.m. class.
early because I was like, well, I have to get up early for work anyways. So
Yeah.
But yeah, it would get like 7:30. My next class would be like at 1. So I
that
would just
sucks.
sit in my car because it was like a 30-minute, 40-minute drive to the school to my house.
Yeah.
And so I would sleep in my car, and it got to the point to where I could get myself to enter the same dream world. Like I don't know if you guys have like a certain world where you're like, "Oh yeah, I
No.
remember this place," like in that one dream that I had, but
I
it's
wish I
probably
did.
not. It's
That
probably
would be
not the
awesome,
case.
but
That would
no.
be.
It just seems familiar each
Yeah,
time, huh?
it always seems familiar, and like lately, I haven't had time because I'm a big napper. Like if I
Ever since you started Minecraft, that took over your dream world. And now it's
no
no, I'm just kidding.
no thankfully my dream world's way more exciting than my real life.
That's
Um,
good. That's good. Well, I don't know if it's good or not.
Well, it's just I could do more things.
Yeah.
Like run like a gazelle. That's my favorite thing to do.
I can never run in dreams. That's like the worst part.
That's why you got to jump and then you float.
I've only flown once that I remember. In
I
a
remember you
dream.
telling me about that.
Yeah,
That was cool.
That was insane.
I tried to fly one time.
I
I
can't-
jumped up and a bat flew in my face, and then I woke up because it scared me. Like an animal bat, not a baseball.
Baseball bat. Or was it an animal made out of baseball bats?
Had you watched The Dark Knight before you went to bed that night?
No, I don't
Okay.
think so. I don't know what I watched, but that was my most vivid, like closest to a lucid dream because I actually
you
knew I
actually-
was dreaming.
Tried to jump, tried to
And
fly,
yeah.
and then a bat knocked you down.
Yeah, it was weird though because I kept forgetting that I had to keep reminding myself that I was dreaming because I
Yeah.
knew I was like,
That
okay, I
is
know where
weird.
I'm laying on the couch, but I can't move. I was like, oh, I can lucid dream now because I remember trying to call my dog, but I couldn't say anything. I couldn't open my mouth and I couldn't get up.
You were like that asleep.
Yeah,
that,
I was
like-
paralyzed, but I was
yeah.
like, I'm awake. And so then I started thinking, okay, just get up. And then I was like, oh, hey, I'm up now. I was like, oh, shoot, this is a dream, And then I was like,
That's
it's
crazy,
dark
yeah.
in here. And I tried to turn the lights on. Didn't work. And I was like, what's going on? I was like, oh, yeah, I'm dreaming. Okay, so what should I do now?
Or you try to wake yourself up and then you're like, oh, okay, I'm finally up. Like I can like live my life now. And then like 5 minutes
Well,
later,
that's
you
I think that's what
realize-
happened because I was like, okay, I know where I am. I'm in my house and the lights are off. So I got up off the couch. I was like, okay, let me turn the lights on. I was like, why aren't they turning on? And like, okay, oh, I'm dreaming now. I had to keep reminding myself.
Yeah. That's the worst.
And then I was like,
Yeah.
okay, I'll spin in a circle because I heard if you spin, you can reset your surroundings.
It
I
doesn't work
spun,
for me anymore.
and basically all my furniture just disappeared. My whole house was just empty at this point, and I was just like, okay. And then there's a knock at the door. I'm like, who's that? I'm like, it's police from Tijuana.
What?
And yeah, my
Alright.
cousin was drunk driving, so she's getting in trouble, and they followed her all the way to my house.
This is
and-
real
From
life?
Tijuana?
no, this
Oh.
no, this is this is in my.
He was awake by
It was
this
real
point.
life to me, and I was like, oh my god, this is crazy. And then all of a sudden Shane appeared. The lights are still off, but it doesn't seem weird. And then Shane appears and says, "Oh, it's okay. She's just gonna
Shane's
stay
your brother.
here." Yeah,
TJ's
Shane's
brother.
my brother.
Yeah.
And so I was like, okay, yeah, that's fine. That's cool. And I remember looking out and seeing his car parked in my driveway, and then everybody kind of disappeared. And I was like, oh yeah, I'm dreaming. I gotta keep remembering that I'm dreaming. I could do whatever I want. None of this is real. I was like, I'm gonna fly. Like, let me just do it right now because I'm wasting time here with all these other stupid events that are happening. And so I jumped up as high as I could.
And then
I
you
got,
woke
I
up.
don't know, probably like 20 feet in the air. And I felt like I was about to get some thrust and just go forward, like Iron Man or something,
Yeah.
And as soon as I started getting my thrust, getting momentum, I didn't even like leave the yard or anything. A bat, or I think it was a bat, something just flew into my face and startled me, and I woke up on the couch,
Dude,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
disappointed that I couldn't fly.
That's super sad.
Ever since
I'm
then, I
sorry,
haven't
dude.
been able to lucid dream.
I'm
But that was
sorry.
my closest
It's not all it's
experience.
cracked up to be.
Yeah.
I won't brag about my lucid dream then.
You already
Where I
told me
where I
about
actually flew. Yeah, I'm sorry.
it. Looking
shouldn't-
into
I won't bring it up,
windows.
yeah.
You're like Peter Pan or something.
I was. It was crazy. It was super crazy. Anyways, Vincent, I think we sabotaged your story.
Totally.
I don't remember
sorry.
my
Hijacked it.
story.
Oh, you don't.
No.
All right. I don't.
I
either.
hijacked it with
Yeah.
my
I
lucid dream.
I was
story.
really into lucid dreaming for like maybe almost a year, I would say.
Yeah.
And then it got to the point where I couldn't tell if I was alive or not.
See, that's scary though. Yeah.
That's why I stopped because I used to wake myself up like by spinning around, but it wouldn't work.
Oh.
But so I would do like the checking clock things and everything. And it got to the point in real life where I would like habitually check clocks and like
That's why you were able to do it though, because it's a habitual thing.
yeah, but now I'm like but the time where I thought I was convinced I was dead or like I wasn't alive was like it was like always in my mind, like not like
In
a
real
casual
life?
thing. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
scary.
So now if I have to like if I catch myself lucid dreaming, like I have to like build up enough strength to like pretend like I'm gonna yell at somebody, like I'm gonna do like a Fusro da like on somebody, and then just like
Skyrim
launch
reference.
launch myself up out of my sleep.
And
Like,
you wake up that
yeah.
way? Oh my gosh.
yeah.
And you're
That's
like
intense.
sleeping on the bottom bunk of a bed. And then you,
And you go,
smack.
bam.
Oh man, that's
Yeah.
crazy.
Because I started getting a lot of like sleep paralysis, like night terrors and stuff. Like, and that never used to happen to me until I started lucid dreaming.
Yeah, the sleep paralysis is kind of scary. But if you know what's going on, I mean,
Yeah, that's
you got to
'cause-
understand too. Okay, I can just it'll be a second. My body will catch up with my mind, or I don't know.
But it's hard to remember that because you forget that you're dreaming.
well,
Yeah,
yeah, that's part of it too.
Yeah, and usually that's pretty terrifying. Those like minutes when you can't move or what
It
feels,
feels like
minutes.
minutes, but it's really like
seconds.
milliseconds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Makes
I-
Inception seem all like not so impossible. Actually, there's a Rick and Morty episode that kind of they totally make fun of Inception and talk about how stupid it is, but their version is like way dumber the way it works. It's a good show. I've been watching Rick and Morty lately
I need to start
on Adult
watching it.
Swim.
There was a kid in my art class. We have a like in the studio. There's like an overhead projector, and it's like an open.
You guys still have one of those?
Well, it's like a pull down, and then there's not an overhead projector, but an actual projector that's
Oh.
over our heads.
Yeah.
So-
It's funny they call those the old ones that were just a light and you put transparent slides.
Yeah.
with
like
mirrors,
real
and-
papers
yeah.
and yeah.
Overhead projector.
Or
So a
not even
projector
paper,
that was
but-
over our heads that is
Yeah.
There you
on
go.
like a thing. People like put their laptops on there and like we watch movies as we're like doing work or whatever.
Uh-huh.
And some kid put freaking Morty on there. And
Oh, really?
Yeah, that was the most I got to see of that, but it seemed pretty funny.
Funny. Are you still doing meditation?
No, it was
No.
a 10
Oh,
day
come on.
free trial, and they
Oh,
charge
really?
you
The
like
app.
$12
That
a month.
sucks.
You're like, screw that.
I've been testing like different apps and stuff, but I haven't found one that I really like. Sadly, but
That's a bummer. You
Try to find a book. Let's go back to books, man.
I know.
all this
Would it be
new
hard to
technology,
just
just-
make yourself do it? It
No, I just don't have the time to learn because he would walk you through it
and
step by
there's
step.
probably something about
So it's different every
listening.
day?
What the way that the headspace would do it is it like slowly builds you up. Like the first day you just lay there and count your breaths like up to
Oh, I
10 and then
see, and
start
then
back over. And then the
slowly
second
start
day they
introducing
use like
new.
metaphors and like animations and stuff to try to explain like
Oh,
ima-
your phone would show an animation?
yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
And then there would be like time like cues like it would be silent for like 3 minutes and then like he would cue up like okay, now focus back on your body. But I mean, I could do it on my own
But it's a
if
lot
I knew
easier to
more
have.
about it, but
Yeah.
I'm too early in the stages to like, because even in that silent minute, my brain would like wander to
Yeah.
like something else, and he's like, okay, if you're, and he would remind you like if you catch yourself wandering back, just gently bring your attention back to like your breathing or
Hmm.
something like that. Like, don't try to control your thinking, just like remember what you're supposed to be doing,
Yeah.
Yeah,
type
that would
thing.
be the hardest thing probably for me is I would be like really focusing on not focusing on stuff, and then my mind would just start thinking about that and then
But it's
go
so repetitive that because you're not supposed to count past 10, and so you count to 10 like 20 times,
so
and
that
then
just kind of
by like the
keeps
sixth
you
time,
like
you're counting, but you start thinking about other things, but then you realize that like, oh, I need to go back to like
That's how I
yeah,
fall asleep though,
that
is
would
when
be
I
hard.
start thinking about random
that's
things.
I
Really? Dude, not
if I
me.
did it at night, I would fall asleep all the time, so I always try to do it in the morning. Sydney did it at night. She said it helped her more at night than it would in the
Oh
morning.
yeah. Yeah, I would fall
So
asleep if I did stuff like that.
yeah,
'Cause I noticed that's like if I'm like woken up if I'm not fully asleep and I kind of wake up, I realize, oh man, what was I? Oh, I was thinking about this and I was thinking about
yeah.
that, and then I don't really remember what I started kind of dreaming and just dozing off slowly.
My hypothesis is it's not based in any form of science, whatever, but I think it's just that you like oxygenate your
But you
body.
said hypothesis, so it has to be
It's
scientific.
an no, it just means educated
I
guess.
know, I'm just kidding. I took
It's
a lot of science classes. I think I understand that.
um, but basically like you're getting so much oxygen, so much more oxygen into your body because you're thinking about it that it like brings down everything else and it like makes you more relaxed. Because have you ever had oxygen?
Oh, oxygen relaxes you, huh? Well, that's why they put it in airplanes, right?
Well, I think they put it in an airplane so we don't die, but
No, that's in I think
because
it's in Fight Club. He's
you would
talking
just
about
be
it or
breathing
something.
in CO2.
Yeah, no, he just says though, he's like the only reason they have it is because oxygen is uh
It like calms you
what is
down.
it? Yeah, whatever
It
the
makes you
general
more
term
like
for that kind of substance is. It's
like what's the it starts with an E, like
a euphoric.
euphoric,
Yeah,
yeah,
it's a euphoric
like
substance.
pterodactyl.
So
What?
when
Yeah.
people are that way, you die in a relaxed state because you're in a plane. You're gonna be in a plane crash, right?
And that's why you put your head between your legs
Well, they have oxygen
so
bars
you
too,
can kiss
right?
But
your ass
yeah,
goodbye.
So
I've never tried it though. I
me
wanted
either.
to.
You
Yeah, I
never
would
like when
do
you
that.
played football, you guys didn't have oxygen on the sideline?
No,
No.
dude, we were too poor
That's
for that.
Oh,
surprising, considering it's a
Private
private
school.
school.
Yeah, but we weren't a rich private school,
Yeah.
so
I think ours were just like old welding tanks that like that
that sounds safe.
they went to like Party City and put
Uh,
oxygen in or
oh
something.
yeah.
That
But
sounds safe.
every time you would do it, you would just like I could sit there for days and just be like take a nap with that thing on. But
Yeah, I bet that'd be awesome. Yeah,
I don't know if it's bad for you. I don't see if it why it would be bad for you though, because you could be like super winded, and then like a half a second or not half a minute like on oxygen, and it's like you just started.
yeah.
Well, it's like a medication. I know like first responders or paramedics use that a lot, picking up patients that have breathing issues.
Oh
So I mean, it does. I don't
well,
know.
our
It's
air is only
medicinal.
like
Yeah,
21% oxygen, right?
But I guess then again, you could say that you take too many of any drugs, it's not good for you.
yeah. I'm sure there's a downside to it. I wouldn't know what it is, but it doesn't.
Probably it probably makes you like anemic or something. I could see that, or does something with your blood cells, like
Maybe, yeah.
because it's basically like coddling your blood cells so they don't have to
Hmm.
work as hard.
Yeah, you're
If
just giving
you
yourself.
would weaken yourself in some
Yeah,
way if you did it too much. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, it's like a drug. Like,
Yeah,
right? Isn't that how it happens with drugs? You start
very
moderation.
simple.
relying on it.
Everything's good in
Yeah,
moderation.
everything
Yeah.
in
That's why our
moderation. Yeah,
oxygen, actually, our atmosphere is only 21% oxygen.
Yeah.
that's right.
We breathe in nitrogen,
because we would be like loopy and feeling too good all the time.
We'd
and
be too
everything would
happy all
catch
the time.
You
fire.
know what? It's the government.
That
The
too,
government's
yeah.
regulating our
Yeah.
oxygen. They don't want us to feel too good. It's a conspiracy.
During
what it is.
the, I think we and you were talking about it, weren't we? There was like an era where there was like so many trees, and like the planet created its own greenhouse effect, and it was like so hyper oxygenated, and every lightning strike would cause like
Oh,
massive
yeah,
forest
yeah.
fires.
Fires,
That's
yeah.
crazy. I've heard of that. So we're just balancing it out with our CO2 emissions, right?
Yeah,
And chopping down trees. Yep.
We're
So
preventing
sad.
fires, except in California where
We're
there's
saving
a
the
drought, which is
bears.
causing fires.
Yeah, that's right. That's true. Oh,
There's like
man.
I saw a map of forest fires. There's so many forest fires on the East Coast.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't even know they had trees.
Yeah, dude. None. Just buildings over
Well,
there.
England doesn't have any trees, right? They
I don't
chopped them
know,
all
do they?
down. I couldn't picture where they would be. Have you ever seen a picture of England that showed a tree?
I'm sure there's got
I
to be
mean,
countries. There's plenty of
yeah.
countryside and stuff, right?
There's trees everywhere.
Yeah.
I
I
think
don't
they got a
really look
little-
at pictures of England too often.
Well, like
but
think of like Scotland and Ireland.
yeah, you see all these open fields.
Yeah,
and
not a
there's a
single
lot
tree.
of green, but not a lot of huge trees. They're not like it's not full of all kinds
like
of
rolling hills and
foliage. Yeah,
stuff.
it's
I mean,
a lot
I'm
of
sure it
open
has
land.
trees, but not forests. I guess we should.
Okay, yeah.
That's what you
is
mean,
that what you're
yeah.
getting at?
I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure like New York City
Those
has
things,
some trees
the
in
groups
it.
of
so-
trees. What are those called?
New York City has Central Park, but they built that in there because they knew what happened in the UK.
Right. No, I was just saying there's trees everywhere, but forests, yeah, not necessarily. But
Because I've seen some YouTubers like drive by and like, oh, there's the wood. They call it the wood. I don't
The
know.
wood.
Singular.
Because
The
it's
wood.
just only
Yeah.
one wood out
But maybe
there.
it means like it's like a planted forest. Maybe that's because they drive by and it's literally looks like an orchard, but it's like birch trees.
Oh, that's weird.
So it's like, yeah, like
That's
when you
interesting.
see the diagonals
'cause
when you
birch,
drive
what
by.
are you gonna harvest from a birch tree?
Well, I think they use it for
Furniture.
lumber. That's why they call it the
IKEA.
wood. That's what in my head I was like, oh, they
Yeah.
call it the wood because it is the wood that you buy.
You just
that makes sense. They're
And it's
growing
not a
it
natural
actually
forest. It's an
for
orchard
Yeah.
wood.
for wood.
Yeah. It's
Here's
for
a
wood
list
uses.
of the forests in England. It covers the whole country. That's not true. Oh, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
You can stop now. They
So I
have
think
forests.
You proved yourself wrong.
You did.
Did I?
They
Yeah.
do have trees.
They have trees. Quite a few. Sounds like.
Well, I don't know if I'd call them a forest, but
Little patches of trees.
yeah. Thanks,
Oh,
Industrial
man.
Revolution.
Yeah, man. Well, I mean, we still have plenty of trees here in the agricultural center of California. But
Yeah, almond trees, because
yep.
you guys know
That's
my
why we know
vendetta.
groundwater.
My
I know.
vendetta against almonds.
What is it?
Why do we need so many freaking almonds?
People
So
like
people can
almonds.
make
man.
Everybody and their
money.
mom's growing freaking almonds.
'Cause they're
People
selling
like
them
almonds.
to China.
It's not like you eat almonds on everything. Like, why don't we just freaking grow wheat fields?
They're selling them to China.
Because gluten allergy is a thing. That's why we don't grow wheat fields, dude. Oh man.
Well, think about where else are almonds grown. We probably grow like most of the almonds.
Yeah, I think so. A good, like a high percentage. Of
I
them.
feel
You
like
gotta
a
think
lot
about
of
that.
South
Yeah, like,
America is
If there's gonna be a
almonds.
demand for it, like the places that are growing it are part of that economy,
right. Yeah,
So
we're
do we
supplying
need
it
that
all
many?
over the place.
well, yeah, I heard China. It's high in demand in China. So
For what though? Almonds are always like that's like if we grew salt. Like you
Dude,
don't
but
need
grow
There's-
salt.
or if you like I know that, but think about how crazy it would be to grow salt.
Yeah, but all the
yeah.
things they do with almonds now, like with almond milk, and they make almond
Mhm.
creamers, and they make almond oils.
But
and,
almond
like,
milk is
there's
just
almond
water and
everything.
almonds. It's like hardly any almonds.
Yeah,
It's
true.
a lot of
yeah.
processed things without almonds. Yeah.
Yeah, true. That's true.
But think about how many people are in China. If everybody wants just one almond, that's like all the orchards out
That's
here.
that's a high demand. That's true.
That's this.
That is a high
Uh,
demand.
It just seems so crazy. I think the world could do without almonds and we'd be all right.
Well, yeah,
Oh yeah,
we
but
could.
you could
for
do
sure.
without a lot of things. But if it's gonna make money, then why
That's
not
why
grow it?
people.
But I
do
don't think it
yeah.
makes that much money.
Oh, dude.
That's what I
Farmers-
just said.
I-
It's
I would
high
say
in demand in
farmers-
China. That's like the one place you want to sell to if
I
you're
would
in
say
America.
a farmer's take home is in between like 80 and 120,000 a year.
No way, dude. Not the almond farmers.
I'm gonna Google it.
They're literally the big money in this area where we live.
Is almonds.
Those are almond farmers
Yeah.
or farmers in general.
Uh-huh.
Agriculture is what makes the people that can actually buy, $1 to $2 to $3 million homes out here are the farmers.
Uh-huh. Now that everybody knows where we live.
Yeah, you can figure it out by now for sure.
We
Who
just
cares?
described all of the Central Valley.
Yeah, we're somewhere
that
in the
is
Central
true, that's
Valley,
true.
guys.
Anywhere
No big
between
deal.
Bakersfield and Chico.
Yeah.
Come find us.
Find us, yeah. Oh man. I'm gonna change subjects like drastically right now, unless you want to continue talking about almonds.
No,
That's
No,
I'm
go
just
for
looking
it.
for their average salary.
Oh, okay. When you find that, yeah,
90
bring
cents
it.
to 210 a day. I'm
Come
just
again.
kidding.
I'm a what? We can talk about Target, right? Target's a thing. That's where TJ works, and
No, he doesn't work there. That's why we
okay.
can talk about it.
Yeah.
Come on, Jamie.
It doesn't matter.
So anyway,
we've-
Target.
yeah, Target.
There's
I
no
don't
way
even
to
know if I
ask.
can talk.
Huh?
don't
I would
even-
know because I work there.
Yeah, I can't talk about it without making that distinction. With all the Star Wars big release, that was a big thing at Target.
Oh
with the
yeah,
Star
I
Wars
missed that day
toys.
though.
Oh, you
at
did?
work. Yeah, I wasn't there, so I
But
don't
you
know what
must have seen
happened.
some of the inventory and stuff, or no?
No, it's all boxed up.
Oh, okay.
But they were really like on us about, hey, this Star Wars stuff does not go out until this day.
Yeah, it was
What
a
was
big
the
deal.
day? Was
That's
it?
how they
It's
were at
today, I
Vans,
think.
though.
Is
Oh, was
when-
it today?
Oh yeah, it was the same.
Yeah, but
Vans.
we'd be putting them on hold for
Yeah,
ourselves.
Yeah.
trying them on, taking pictures.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh
have
man.
have you seen the BB-8 little like patrolling droid?
You know what? Jose told me Katie got him one,
Really?
or she's getting him one. Yeah, it's use your phone and you control it or whatever.
Well, or you can just have it like
Oh, just patrol
Yeah,
on
your
auto
house.
on AI.
yeah. His house is
It's
all
so cool,
tile
though.
though.
It's
I don't
an
know if it
AI,
would
huh?
work on tile.
I don't know. I think it would. It's just a ball, right?
Yeah, but it's plastic, so it wouldn't have like
It
anything.
might be slippery.
Yeah. You ever
I
tried
think there'll
it'll
that?
be
still
enough
work.
friction.
It
if
probably
it's heavy
will.
enough.
It's
it's just-
but-
essentially rolling.
yeah.
Well, what isn't rolling when it's moving?
What?
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 I mean, you can roll anything on anything. You could roll a ball on ice.
Yeah.
It probably slides most of the time, but it's still rolling if you give
On
it the
average,
spin.
farm household income has been roughly comparable in the median, blah 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 blah, 81,000, while the average U.S. household netted 60,000. So 81,000 is the average farmer income.
Wow. Not almond farmers.
Just farmers in general.
Well, that our almond farmers are part of that average, so
I
maybe they are the
guess.
outliers,
They
but
might-
still
might
they
be
make
the
up that
outliers.
average.
Yeah.
Without them, the average is like 40,000.
Yeah.
No,
Maybe
I'm just
so.
kidding.
Maybe so.
And they're 80% of it. So no, I don't know. I don't know how to do math.
People
You're-
don't realize
you're a
how
math major,
how
aren't you?
screwed farmers are by the government, basically.
Yeah, big time. You know what
Oh,
else
yeah.
is funny out here? Now that we're back on this topic,
Sorry.
how like hard it is to actually get super fresh stuff around here is not as easy as you'd think it'd be.
It's pretty
since
easy.
everything grows around here. Not
It's just
necessarily.
you
though,
won't
because,
do it. I bet
What do you mean?
you can stop at any fruit stand on the side of the road, and
Yeah, no, that's true. But like in supermarkets, a lot of stuff is
Still
like
imported.
yeah, it's still imported, or it's stuff that gets shipped somewhere from here and then ends up like back in our stores, kind of thing. You know
Yeah,
what I
it
mean?
gets
It's
shipped
not,
away, then shipped
Well,
Yeah,
back.
yeah.
it's not like direct to the supermarket,
unless
not
you're
direct
buying
to a grocery
almonds,
store.
because that's
Yeah,
all we grow.
yeah, unless you're doing that, I guess that's true. But we have like there's cattle and stuff around here too, and you have to really like search out fresh beef or something. Like most times you'll find the fresh like organic grass-fed stuff is from Harris Ranch, which is not near here.
Well, the way they
Another
do
clue
ground
for people
Yeah.
trying to figure this out.
the way they do ground beef is usually they get all the cow's meat together,
everywhere?
so it's like 100 different cows in one single pound of ground beef.
Yeah.
So
They don't
Yeah,
want you
it-
to work on just one cow. You gotta
Yeah.
have multiple cows in your mouth.
I mean,
But,
you could,
I'm
you
just
could-
saying it comes from like another ranch that's not in our area, even though we have cattle farmers around here. Does that make sense? What I'm
yeah,
saying?
but it's easy. I think it's easier
Easier than I'm
you
thinking.
realize it is.
Maybe
Yeah,
so. Maybe.
It's
It's
just
like when
more.
you see-
It's more expensive.
Yeah,
than-
definitely. And another thing is I don't go to farmers markets either, which we do have
Yeah.
during the
Yeah,
summer.
that's
So
true.
that's that's on
Only
me.
in the summer,
But
though.
Yeah, it is only in the summer.
Well,
for sure.
that's when things are being
I
made
know.
by the fruit, by the vegetables and fruit,
Oh man,
not almonds.
not almonds. We can get almonds anytime, anywhere
my
we
gosh.
want them.
Almonds or almonds.
Back to the Star Wars toys. So you haven't seen anything. So
I haven't
this
seen a
isn't
lot of them.
this isn't a good
I heard there's like
conversation at
new
all.
lightsabers or something, like a
Okay.
lightsaber
With
builder.
the hilt?
Yeah,
I haven't
builder?
seen
create like these crazy combinations.
really
Ever since that new lightsaber showed up in that trailer
with
where he has the extra
With the
thing
hilt?
inside.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can make one that has multiple. I've seen some ridiculous ones. If you just look it up on like
So basically,
Google.
Disney is outing their in-store Disney stuff from Disneyland.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because
because they had that.
Yeah, you could.
But I
build
don't
your own
think it was as
lightsaber at
extensive
Disneyland.
because they had mini ones that you can attach. That one just you built either a double sided or a single with all kinds of
You
crazy.
got to change the handle and everything. You could pick your own handle.
I know that's what I'm saying. You change the handle and do all that, but you don't put like little small blades on the side.
Well, that didn't exist when. They
I know. I'm just exactly.
That was unheard
But
of.
I'm sure the
People
Target
just lost their
version
hands.
is more affordable than if you were at the
No.
park getting stuff.
Doubt
No?
it.
Well, I don't know if Target has
Maybe
that
not.
one. I just was looking up because I heard about that event and I was like, oh, let me see what toys are coming out, and I was trying to look it up and I found the lightsabers.
So
And
did
some
you
X-wing, and that was about it.
the most
and
important
BB-88
question?
or-
Most important question. Did you see the like 3-foot Wookiee that they were raffling off?
No, I did not see that.
Oh, man.
Really?
It was at least the one over by where I live, not the one that is over by where you live. It was like a 3-foot it was like a 3-foot stuffed Wookiee that they were raffling off, I guess.
Was
I think
it
they were
Chewie or a
raffling it
random
today.
Wookiee?
It was probably supposed to be Chewie, but it was just like it was a more cartoonish looking Wookiee.
It might have been from the show, the
Yeah,
Rebels
it
show.
could have been. Yeah, that's what it kind of looked like to me. I haven't watched
It was
those
the one
shows,
with
but
the wooden handle. The
What?
Jedi Wookiee.
Oh yeah, that's right. In the Clone Wars, there's a Wookiee, like a Padawan Wookiee. He has
Yeah.
a wooden lightsaber.
I'm pretty sure this was just a Wookiee with nothing at all. It
That was
just
the coolest lightsaber. If I built a lightsaber, that's what mine would look like.
It would be what now? Have a wooden
Made
handle?
out of wood.
The hardest wood in the galaxy.
That sounds pretty hipster right there. Wooden handle
sounds-
lightsaber.
Sounds very pornographic. to
Sounds
me, but
sexual. I was gonna
whatever.
say, yeah.
Wow, guys, gotta go
Hardest
there.
wood in the galaxy. That's like
Something
Star
Han
Wars.
Solo would say. Star
Oh
Wars.
my God.
Star Wars.
That's
the
how
hardest
Jose's
wood
little.
in the galaxy.
You ask Jose's little brother, "What's your favorite movie?" When he was
He'll say it like that, huh?
when he was little, he would say Star Horse. And we would say Star Horse. No, Star Horse. Star
Hoors,
Horse.
Star Wars.
No, Star Horse.
Oh man.
Well, bottoms up for Jamie.
Oh man.
Like nothing left, was there?
Yeah, only a little bit.
Sucking
yeah.
air.
Yep.
Piece of glass just fell off my phone.
That's not good, man.
Oh.
Well, I peeled it off, but
Oh, so it didn't fall off.
and
you
it looks like there
ripped
was
it
like a
off.
thermal compound or something.
Maybe we should keep it on there.
Yeah,
new
that's
new,
what I was
one,
trying to
new
do.
ones are out soon, so
Yep, next Wednesday.
Yep.
Is it really?
Well, it'll be announced, at
Announced
least. Yeah.
and probably released on the 18th.
Good news too. Well, for me at
Good
least,
news,
because we
everyone.
talked about probably not on the podcast, but IMAX, and I was waiting for them to release like an update to the line before wanting to buy one.
Oh, IMAX.
IMAX.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. IMAX.
Yeah.
Oh, I was
like,
like,
wait, what are you talking
Thinking about the
Desktop
theater.
computers.
But
Like,
side
what's
note,
coming out in
IMAX
IMAX?
Yeah.
is owned by Disney, right?
I have no
Or
idea.
Disney not proprietor, subsidiary.
Maybe they own
Um,
everything. So
I think because the screaming over California is IMAX
Oh, yeah.
technology. They're gonna be exclusively like Star Wars when that movie comes out.
oh, dude,
They're,
how
like,
cool is that?
Pulling they're pulling their card and like not letting any other movies play in IMAX theaters except
Only
to
Star
be
Wars.
Star Wars. Yeah.
Let's
Dude.
go see it.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I'm down to see it.
I'll go see it. I'll go see it
Oh,
at the one
yeah.
by my house, not the one by your house.
Yeah, yeah. We'll yeah. We'll
The
go-
closest one is
not by either.
Not
of our
by
houses.
either.
Right by my house. I'm trying to throw them off.
it's in
guys.
between.
They're
where me
narrowing
and
down
Shane
on where
live.
we live. trying to throw them off.
If anyone listens to this, they
We have
won't
like
be able to
3 or
find.
4 drive-in movie theaters around here too,
Yeah, at least 4. Totally.
so try to find us.
In 1995.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Oh
anyway,
man.
IMAX.
iMacs, Apple desktop computers. And everything that I was reading, because I follow Mac rumors like the Apple nerd that I am, and
And I'm the hipster for wanting a wooden handled
yeah,
lightsaber.
absolutely, I'm sticking by that. But they were saying like it might not come out till next year or something. But then they announced that hopefully at least in October, that's the rumor that they're gonna announce like a 4K iMac. So they have the 5K one, the 27-inch
It's not true
5K screen.
5K though.
It's like higher resolution than 4K monitors, but 5K, is that like a thing really?
Yeah, it's
Y-
well, it's basically like 5,000 something something by 3,000 something something pixels.
Okay. Well, whatever. Regardless, they're supposed to release like a 4K, the 21.5-inch one, the smaller one, with like updated specs and stuff. So I was excited about that. That's just that's just a side
There's
note.
a video of a guy water cooling the MacBook.
Uh huh.
He like seals all the ports and then he like puts it in a pan of water cuz the way they do the cooling for the CPU is they this will probably make more sense to TJ than to you, Jamie, but
It's already lost me. So
there's no fan, so it's not air
Uh-huh.
cooled at all. They throttle the actual CPU to lower the temperature because they use the whole body of the laptop itself as like a heatsink.
Oh,
So, but they
because they have to, because they're making them so
yeah, so
thin nowadays.
it's a 2 gigahertz CPU, but once it hits like 100 degrees, which
Yeah.
is basically like within 2 minutes of doing anything, it throttles
Wait, what
down
do you
to
mean within 2 minutes?
like as soon as there's any load on the CPU, it starts to heat up, and because there's no fan, it
Oh, when you're
usually
doing something for 2 minutes, it'll
yeah
hit 100. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
and then so it throttles it down to like 1 gigahertz, so like half of the capability.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
How's that
to
gonna affect when you're what
it
if you're recording with it or something?
well that's just the processing speed. It's not like a writing speed or anything.
Oh, okay. But
Well,
don't you need processing? Doesn't
you
that
need
just go along with everything?
well, it just slows bogs everything down,
Yeah, but
and
that
well,
that's
would
how
that's
they
why
suck if you were trying to do something
yeah
important.
that's why this is the new MacBook you're talking about,
yeah.
right? Because that's fanless. That's like the first fanless one.
Well, the
Uh,
iMacs are fanless too, aren't they?
uh, iMacs, the
Oh no,
desktop.
not the
I
iMacs.
think just the new MacBook's the first, like, because it has the low heat like chip or whatever
Yeah,
from Intel or whoever
Hmm.
does it.
I think it's AMD.
I don't know, but
But the the new MacBooks they have smaller fans that are quieter
yes,
and they throttle the same way. So basically you get like anywhere to 75% to 50% of your actual like computing capabilities anytime you're working with a load.
huh? Wow,
So
that's crazy. That's crazy.
That
Yeah.
sucks because I'm over here like, well, I want to push it and overclock my CPU,
I don't even
so I
think
got
that
a
you can
bigger
overclock
fan.
on a Mac.
Yeah, I don't think you can, or I don't even know, but I
I'm
wouldn't
sure you
imagine you
could, but
could. It'd be stupid
it
to
would
if you have no
shut down.
fan. Like, you
You
need,
just kill it,
yeah.
destroy it.
I mean, that's what limits your capabilities on anything is heat,
Well, because
as far
well
as
today
computing
actually
goes.
I
Yeah.
added because I have my iMac 2011 like 21.5 inch iMac, and it comes standard with 4 gigs of RAM, which for the last 3 years I've been like slowly working with it because it doesn't. Anytime I open up Photoshop or Illustrator or anything, it just like shits and
Oh,
like
that sucks.
Because like Photoshop is 4 gigs just to run it,
yeah.
basically.
So I'm
Yeah.
like running with like 0.6 gigabytes of RAM, like
Yeah.
free RAM. So today I bought on Crucial. It was on sale, like a 16 gig set, two 8 gig sticks.
2 8 gig modules.
Yeah, and so I put them in, and I was like, I'm gonna put the two other ones in there too. So it's basically 20 gigs.
You
You know,
have 4 slots?
hmm and it said like the system max is 16 gigs for that iMac,
Oh,
but really it's 32. gigs for
because you
8
can
ones.
double it.
Yeah, and so I looked into it, and I guess after the next model, after the 2011 one, they made it so that anything over 16 gigs, the computer wouldn't even boot.
Huh.
So,
Wow,
Wow,
that's
yeah,
crazy.
that's dumb.
yeah,
Yeah,
but now I have 20 gigs.
nice. And it's made a difference, I'm sure.
It's a lot. I mean, it's still 4 3 years old, almost 4
Right.
years old,
Yeah.
so it's like it's a little
Still
slower,
outdated
but
in
it
some
doesn't
stuff. Yeah.
when I'm, like, opening Steam and then, like, opening Chrome at the same time, it's not like I'm not getting the beach ball,
Yeah.
spinning beach
The
ball.
beach ball.
Yeah.
Uh,
That's good.
Yeah, but there was so much dust, like, in the RAM compartment, so I'm just
Really?
gonna I'm gonna take it apart anyway and, like, dust it and clean everything off and
yeah, good idea.
yeah,
That's the two things that'll mess your computing up is heat and dust.
And
dust, yeah.
dust.
I was thinking about just, like,
The two physical things. There could be all kinds of
Other
viruses that
things.
would
yeah,
slow
Yeah.
you down
because
too.
yeah, that well, they have, like, an exhaust port on top. I don't know if it's exhaust port, but you can tell it's where the CPU is because it always gets hot in that one spot. I was thinking about adding, like, a just, like, a fan, just, like, sticking it to the outside of my computer just to, like,
Yeah.
try to help it out.
You know what I do? It's with my Surface because it's all metal on the back. I try to like I'll set it on a cold hard surface because since metal
Yeah,
has a low specific heat, it'll cool off quicker. I'm like that's kind of a cool idea that I don't know if they because there's like no vents on that thing at all, and it gets super hot, and you can hear the fan just trying to blow out from these tiny little vents.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, let me try to help it out somehow. I don't have a
stick it in
fan to
water.
blow on it because the
Yeah.
vents aren't even big enough to blow an external fan. So it's like,
Just put it in the fridge, dude.
I have actually considered that.
Yeah. I bet.
I put my cell phone in the freezer the
Put
other
up
day.
against the
Really?
refrigerator
I
door
left
or
it
something.
I left it out in the sun, and it wouldn't, like nothing would work on it. It would, like, go on, but the backlight would be, like, super dim, and, like, the hand thing wouldn't move because it was too hot.
It's trying to cool itself. Yeah,
Oh,
my phone
yeah.
does that too. If I have
Yeah,
it sitting it, because I don't have AC in my car, if it's sitting I'll be listening to music, so it'll be sitting up on the dash and
Yeah.
just getting direct sunlight from the windshield.
so I stuck it in the freezer for, like, 2 minutes.
It helped out, huh?
Yeah.
That's funny. Oh, man. Well,
So what else we talking about?
We have 2 stories, that's
we
about
do
it.
have two stories. Yeah.
Yeah, we're about time to talk about the story since that's all we have to talk about.
Yeah.
We have like 10 minutes left. So the first story that I found both of them because I'm the only one that cares about this apparently. Just kidding. uh, the first
Fighting
one
words.
was pretty big news was Amazon Prime now allows offline playback, so you can like if you're going like on a plane or in a car or if you don't want to use your data
Yeah, you can
plan,
download
you
it.
can download the show and then like watch it later.
They have like a encrypted format or something, and you have to play it through their app.
Maybe I don't know,
I
but
feel like that's the only way you could do it, right?
I'm sure.
They're not gonna let you download like the MP4 file. You can just give it to your buddies. Hey, I bought this movie on Amazon. Do you
Well,
want
still,
it?
it's like it's better like if Netflix did that because they have pretty much this. It's a pretty equal crossover between Prime and
Oh yeah,
Netflix.
I haven't checked anything out on Amazon.
We were talking about this last time, weren't we?
Yeah, we mentioned it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, but I just don't know what's. So they have like everything that Netflix has.
pretty much except the Netflix shows,
Yeah.
which are like the only good things on Netflix.
Yeah. Lately, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
really.
but I don't know. I think that puts a lot of pressure on Netflix to do
Yeah,
Do
that.
the
because they didn't
same.
have any
Yeah.
competition for the longest time, and now they do.
Yeah, and then that's like the next step.
Yeah, that's for sure a big deal because to be able to not have to worry about streaming something,
Yeah,
and just be able to download it and use it. I don't does Spotify do that for music?
not that I know of.
Not that you know of.
I
They
thought they
might.
did, or they
Yeah.
used to maybe.
I
I
don't
never really use it,
I
but I
don't have
heard.
paid Spotify anymore
Oh,
'Cause I
okay.
because I
heard
have
if you.
Apple Music right now.
Yeah, because I think that is something you can do with Apple Music, but like the people that want to say, oh, that's groundbreaking. There's always the people that say, yeah, you could do that on Spotify 4 years ago or whatever.
Yeah,
So I don't know for sure because I was never really a Spotify user, but
me either. But I've
um,
heard you could download, certain
download to
albums,
listen, and I
and you
and
can
I
listen to them.
feel like the little bit I did on Spotify, before Apple Music came out, I think that I remember that being an option, which that's so if they're doing that with music, it's
Well, if
only
Apple's
logical
doing
they're
it,
gonna
then
do
somebody
that
else has
with
probably done it
video.
before them.
Oh yeah,
You know
I'm
what I'm
sure.
saying?
Oh
So
yeah,
that you I think you just kind of prove that Spotify does do that or
yeah,
did do it.
yeah.
No, I don't know.
I'm sure they do it. I said
Do
yeah,
do.
I did. um, but that is cool. I think that's a big deal for sure because then you're paying for a library of stuff rather than just streaming. I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah.
that makes it much more usable, especially the way everything is with mobile data and plans like that because they're
Yeah, and sometimes you just wanna if you're not home all day, you just say, "Okay, I'm gonna download these shows, that way I can watch them when I get home," and if I wanna 'cause I when I watch shows, I like to go back or fast forward, or I do a lot of, like, nitpicking, I guess. And so I like to be able to do it on the fly, like, "Oh, what did he say again?" or "What just happened?" And I can rewind it and not have to wait for it to load.
yeah.
That's why it's nice just to have
Yeah,
it already off you don't have to have it online,
it's a
just
better viewing experience for sure
oh,
because you
yeah.
don't deal with
The buffering and
buffering and
Mhm.
drop connection or
the
anything
one
like
thing
that.
that it might do though is make well for iPhones anyway, like because they got rid of the 32 gig.
Yep.
And that was only
It's gonna
62
it's
or
gonna
16 and 64.
it's gonna kill the
Y-
16
y-
gig models.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, I see what
because
you're saying.
I have like a gig of extra
Yeah.
data.
I
I
don't
don't
even
know
have a
why.
I
I
don't
have
even
like
have a gig and I can't figure out
yeah,
where all this stuff's coming from because I
yeah,
got nothing on my phone. But
so
I don't
dumb.
have that problem.
I
yeah, I
We
know.
know
won't talk about
that's like the
it.
biggest problem I think right now that I have with
But
iPhone.
once they add that feature to iPhones, they're just opening up a floodgate
Yeah.
because it's not they're gonna lose all their power because like a 16 gig phone unlocked is isn't like $600 or $800,
I think it's like $800. Yeah,
and then the 64 gig one is like 900 or
1,000 almost.
1,000. Yeah,
Yeah,
That's crazy that much because I know like a lot of Android phones, like they're like $500 retail
yeah,
without any kind of
without
deal,
a
like
contract
half
or
the
anything.
price
Yeah,
almost.
yeah.
yeah, it's crazy.
I
But
didn't
that
know
yeah.
iPhones are that expensive.
So once they make it so that you can add like a SD card to it or have like
Yeah, that's what I was gonna
changeable.
say. That's gonna be the new next thing, right? Being able to have
I doubt it
external
because
storage. They're not ever gonna do that.
I doubt
Not
it.
with phones, I doubt it. Yeah,
Once they do that, they'll lose all the leverage they have with because basically right now
Oh,
they're
because they're forcing people to buy their
the
higher
60.
end
Yeah,
models.
that's why they got rid of the 32 gig one
yep.
to force people to buy the
Which
64, which that means they might add a 128 because they
there
have
is a
it.
128, I
There
think.
is.
Yeah,
And they'll bring back
it,
the 32.
I don't think they ever will.
Oh, gee.
I think the thing is that they're only charging you, 100 extra dollars, which might be what they'd charge you for the 32 gig back in the day. But by getting rid of it, now it's, you get double extra
It just seems like a
storage.
way better deal.
It seems like a way better deal. But yeah, it's
Yeah.
like you put people in a bind. Like, I don't know that I really even want 64 gigs, but 16 is definitely not enough.
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
you just
No,
have to
that is a
make that
strategy. I
jump.
remember hearing about something like that in like my economics class, which I can't really believe that I'm saying that because I never paid attention.
It's the same. It's
But
the
it's like
same
that's like
thing
a
with
concept that
Yeah.
they would
Oh,
It's
yeah.
the same thing with
implement.
Absolutely.
when you're buying a car. How like $1,000 for leather seats doesn't seem like much when
Yeah,
you're
because
paying
it's
thirty-two
relative to the
thousand.
full
Yeah,
price.
Yep.
Yeah.
that's how they get you.
Yep. Yeah, because so even with contract, if you want the
For now, contract.
64 gig, yeah. If you want the 64 gig, iPhone 6 Plus or whatever, it's what, $400 or something like that? 399 I think with the contract
Yeah,
Wow.
because a 16 gig 6 is 200
Yeah, so
and
it's
then
only
and
but you end up
for
paying
the
like
plus
three
you're already
hundred for
paying
tax.
300 and then yeah the tax, so it's you're paying a ton of money but for what you're getting, but yeah, it's crazy. But Apple, I think too, they're not about like peripherals. That's why they get rid of ports and they make everything in the cloud and
Yeah,
maybe
but they could
get
make a
rid of disk drives
specific
and all that.
like SD card for iPhones still,
yeah, they could.
but they
Yeah,
wouldn't
Like
do
they
that.
Sony did
wouldn't do
that for
that.
their
Yeah,
PSP or whatever. They had
yeah,
that specific memory stick you can
Yeah,
only buy for your Sony brand, everything.
yeah.
They could do that.
They
they could make it so that it's like not even, but like how they have the charger, how it has to be like Apple approved, or else
Oh,
it
right.
breaks the warranty.
Yeah.
They could even
Oh.
do that and screw like a shit ton of people over, but
Yeah.
they still
Yeah.
wouldn't because they lose that leverage
Yeah.
of basically controlling what people
It hurts the design too.
can and can't do. There's a
The
freaking
design's a
SIM
big deal.
card
I
slot
know.
on this one, and I don't
I
even have a SIM card for
I
this
know.
phone.
Oh,
I
really?
know.
Well,
They have a
each phone
sim.
has its own SIM card. Like if I got a new phone, they wouldn't take this out.
Oh, but they have a slot for it
It's not
anyways.
Yeah,
yeah. It's not
there's a SIM
interchangeable
card in
necessarily,
there,
but
Yeah.
and you can change it.
yeah.
Because I took because my dad just got a 6,
Oh,
and
he
it
did?
cracked the screen. He got it like a month ago.
A 6?
Yeah,
And he broke it already?
he broke it, and then but he still had the time to buy the insurance. So
Oh,
he bought the insurance, and
and
then
then
they sent him a new phone, but they said to take out the SIM card, and it was a SIM card in there, even though his new
yeah,
one had a SIM card too.
yeah.
Huh.
Interesting.
What
No,
do you do with the new SIM card?
I just put it in a baggie for him and said,
But
"This
is
is
it was
you."
it his SIM card or
It just came with the phone.
that's weird.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's like a
It's
programmable one probably.
yeah, because the new ones aren't pre-programmed for a network. Like you used to have to buy the AT&T iPhone or the Verizon
Yeah.
iPhone.
Oh, now it's just the
They're
SIM card.
yeah, it's
That's
basically
cool.
unlocked, and then once you initiate service with a carrier, then it's like
It said
stuck
Verizon
that
on the
way.
SIM card though, so
Oh, did it?
they probably buy it out of the
Maybe
factory with
so.
it.
Yeah, maybe so.
Hmm.
I just know that was one of the big deals with
I know with Android though, I think a lot of the models they're tied to their carriers.
yeah,
At
they were
least Verizon is really strict with theirs. Like they're like isolated from everybody else. You can't use a Verizon phone with a different SIM card
yeah.
from another carrier.
Yeah, because it's usually different technologies, I think, too, for like network
Oh
wise.
yeah.
Uh, AT&T uses something different than Verizon, at least.
Hmm.
I know that much.
Flux capacitors.
Yeah.
But yeah, he got
We
his
gotta know
new
what we're
phone.
talking about. Let's just put it
He
that
I
got
way.
know.
his new phone like a week before Verizon announced the get rid of the contract
Oh,
idea.
jeez. Yeah.
So he lucked out there because he
Wait,
paid
what?
the 130 tax, and then that's it for the phone.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because he
Nice.
had a free upgrade.
Yeah.
Verizon basically now you don't
I'm looking at Vincent, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why he started
That's
answering my
why.
question.
Yeah.
Verizon because before you could like if you didn't have a contract you could pay the $200 plus the sales tax and then a 2-year contract, right?
Yeah.
For most phones. Now
Uh-huh.
Verizon is doing you get whatever phone you want. You could either pay for the phone in full upfront or you can pay it monthly like
On your
$20
tacked on your
payments.
bill, yeah.
Yeah, but the data usage is also like tacked on too. So it's like use as you go.
Oh, there's no set data cap.
Not that I know of.
Oh, that's interesting.
That's what I got from it. Did
Yeah,
you?
I don't know much
Oh,
about
okay.
the Verizon ones, but
Well, because I have Verizon and I recently upgraded or updated our account, and I thought the promotion was basically
Well, they switched to what AT&T was doing, which was like the
the
Edge.
AT&T
yeah, you
Next.
could pay for
Yeah.
it as you go, but they basically they cut down the price per line, because you pay your base price and then you pay your price per phone on
Yeah.
your because we have a
Yeah.
family plan. So basically they cut like your price for your phone or for each line, they cut that in half, but then you have to pay full price
For the
for your
phone
For the
or
phone.
phone,
whatever.
yeah.
So I was like, either
Monthly.
way, I feel like you're still paying just as much money. It just
Yeah, you
depends on
are.
how quickly you're gonna dish it out.
You're
Yeah.
probably actually paying
Because I
more,
upgraded
too.
my phone and I just paid. Well, I had a deal on mine. It wasn't $200. It was like 99 cents. But then they tax you
On full
for
retail
the $500
Yeah.
retail price, and then they charge you a $40
activation
fee. So
upgrade
it ended up
fee,
being
whatever.
like $80. And so,
Yeah.
anyways, so if I hadn't done that, I would have had to just pay straight up, $450 or 500 something dollars over however many months it takes to pay it off.
Right.
But then the price for my line gets cut in half.
Yeah.
So it's like either
It's-
way, if you could add all that up and try to figure out which
Yeah.
one's
But you
cheaper.
don't want
That's
to.
But
that's
who wants
what-
to do that?
Dude, that's where they get you.
That's,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go on a rant right now,
Oh,
but
you with the mom story?
yeah, with AT&T, so I'm grandfathered in with unlimited data, and
I'm grandfathered
I
in with
haven't,
unlimited
I haven't,
Throwing that in our faces every time.
I haven't given that up because no one offers it that's worth having anymore. Because Sprint, who cares? You're not
Mhm.
gonna get service anywhere. But so we went in and my brother and his wife, they're on family plan. With so it's me, my brother, my mom, and my brother's wife, still on a family plan. Basically, because it saves money for my mom too. So
Yeah.
if we all left, that would screw her bill over too. And so we're trying to make it work so that my brother can get more data because he's paying, like $20 a month for 300 megabytes of data or
Oh
something.
my gosh.
Absolutely ridiculous.
You
Garbage.
can
Yeah.
check an email.
Yeah, it's like the
And email.
worst data plan ever. So I get why he's frustrated. So I was like, well, all right, I'll give up unlimited data and we'll do one of the family share things or whatever so that we can make that work. Well, when we go in there, my mom still had like, a flip phone that didn't do anything but make phone calls. So we were gonna get her an iPhone, uh, so that she'd have a smartphone now. And basically, the only way to get a family share plan was if you did the AT&T Next plan, which is basically like a rental fee for the phone. You pay every month a fee for the phone until it's paid off in 2 years. But you can upgrade whenever you want. If you want to trade the phone in and get a new one, you don't have to wait,
You're like
two
leasing it
years.
almost,
You're
huh? Because
leasing
then
it.
you
You
give it
are.
back.
Yeah, so you have to give it back. So you never own it unless you keep it until you pay the full retail price of it. So it's not a good deal. Like people think it is, but it's not a good deal at
Yeah.
all because you're paying the, $800 for an iPhone when it's all said and done or whatever.
Mhm.
Plus interest,
Plus interest,
promise
and then if you trade it in, you spent all that money on
on
nothing.
nothing.
You
Yeah.
own nothing,
Yeah.
so it's like it's totally stupid. But the only way you can do the data share plan is if you do that. Uh, if you're buying a new phone, for me, I could have gone on the plan and just kept my phone or whatever. But the next time I wanted to upgrade, I had to do the AT&T Next plan
Mm.
or whatever. And I'm like, man, they're just totally screwing you. But the whole thing was, and the guy even told us this. He was like, yeah, he's like, so you pay exactly like you were saying, you pay less for your line every month, but you're paying the fee for the phone. So, like they're still making the same amount of money basically.
Yeah.
It's a wash basically, except the customer is getting even more screwed because they don't even own the phone. So
Mhm.
it's like it's such a bad deal and ultimately we didn't end up doing it. So I was happy, I guess, but but it's
So you just
like
have to pay full price for your phones up front
we
now, or
just
what?
we ended no, you can do it, but you have to do the contract, 2-year contract, which means you can't do a family share thing. So you're paying like an individual data plan or whatever.
So each of you guys pay for your own data?
Yeah. I pay for unlimited. My brother and his wife both pay for like 300 megabytes, and my mom pays for 200 megabytes or whatever.
Oh my
I don't
Yeah,
even
gosh.
understand.
I
That's
know but that's what got me started when you were saying you don't want to figure it out. That's exactly what it is. They make it so confusing and
convoluted. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
convoluted that no one cares. They just say, "Take my money so I can have my phone and use it," and that's like it. If
and
you
that's
actually think about it,
yeah.
it just pisses you off, and you don't
Yeah.
want to have a
I
phone at
think
There
all.
that's
is
what
one benefit, I think, though. Because you think about when you're done using your phone, what are you gonna do with it? You're probably just gonna throw it away.
right,
If
but
it craps
Yes
on
you're
and
you.
no.
still paying full price for something that has depreciated in value by the time you're done paying it off.
Right. That's what I think
It's
because
like buying a car that is only good for 5 years or not even like 2 years. So
Yeah.
because I paid.
But I have a phone that I wish I could just give back because I guess I could go find somewhere to recycle it, but
Yeah, I know
you
what
don't
you're
get hardly
saying.
anything back for that. I mean,
I
at least
I know what
it's
you're
kind of an
saying,
environmental thing.
but
It's
it is. But my iPhone 5S is 2 years old now in September, and I could trade it in. I paid $200 for it because it was a contract price. I
uh-huh.
could trade it in for $150 credit.
Oh,
So it's
really?
like
Well, that's different than everybody else because I
it
guess
is.
Apple, that's a good deal for Apple then.
And it's just a good deal for iPhones that have like a resale value.
Yeah.
It's like
yeah,
it's like getting a Honda or something. It doesn't depreciate nearly as much as something
and
else
it gets
might,
stolen all the time.
and they get stolen. Not the new ones, but so that is a thing like that they have. I don't know with Androids how easy it is to resell them or whatever, but
Well, usually by the time the contract's over, the phone's crapped on me.
it's
Almost every
obsolete
like, yeah.
anyways. Yeah,
I've tried different brands just because I thought it was the brand. First started with Motorola, towards the end of the contract, it was having issues with the touchscreen.
Engineered obsolescence.
There you
Yeah,
go.
and
Yeah.
no, that's exactly what it
Engineered to
was, and
fail.
it kind
Yeah.
of makes sense, And my Galaxy S3, well, I had that one actually. That one lasted quite a bit longer because I think I waited like 3 or almost 4 years before upgrading that one,
Yeah.
and that lasted, so it lasted kind of like twice its,
What it
expected
should.
life.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was
Yep.
kind of cool.
Yeah, I
But
would say Samsung's probably the best alternative, really.
yeah, but then they decided to take away their
The best
expandable
clone.
Yeah.
or their expandable
They
disk
did that too?
space.
With the
Yeah.
newest ones.
The newest
Yeah.
one has
See,
no
told you.
non-removable
It's
battery. The only reason I liked it because you can remove the battery, so I could buy an extra battery
They
pack.
realized their mistake.
And then they took away their expandable storage, and
Yeah.
that's the only like 2 reasons that I like the Galaxy
For
phones.
Yep. For more control and for design, because they made it a
Now they're way
it's
slimmer.
it's an aluminum unibody design,
Yeah.
way slimmer.
Like an iPhone.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
so you
exactly.
can't-
It's
it is
it's
exactly.
competing exactly
is,
with
yep.
the iPhone 6, the
Yeah.
S6 and the,
Yeah.
iPhone 6.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah. That's
6
funny.
Plus. 6S.
6S.
Oh,
S6 and
6S.
S6.
Did you guys see anything about that?
The
There's
S6
like
and the
a
S6S.
there's an advertising agency, I think in New York, I think is where they're based, called 6S advertising, so like success
Oh.
I get it.
advertising, and they just
Or it stands for
recently
Sex Us.
yeah, or that.
Sex us up.
But they started like a campaign, and it was like please just call it iPhone 7 or something like that, because they're like 6S.
6S, they don't want
Is
that.
it? Wouldn't it
advertising.
be 8 though?
By now it would be 9, I think, or
Oh
something.
yeah, because it was
Oh, if they
3,
kept the-
3G, 4.
S.
They
Was
had
there
the
4S?
3GS.
There was a 4S. There was a 3GS.
I mean, not the 3. Yeah, 3GS.
It was
3GS, 4S, 5S, 6. Yeah, so it'd be 8.
It'd be 8.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but I just thought it was funny seeing that. But at the same time, that's just genius because it's just better advertising for them. Because
Yeah, I'm gonna
6S is gonna go
trademark
You know,
7, 7S.
7S.
do it 7S. Yep, do it.
Make
That's what we should have named this podcast.
a
Seriously,
restaurant.
7S,
8S.
iPhone 7S, but iPhone with an F
Yeah.
and EYEFONE.
EYE, yeah. FONE.
Yep. Should have done it.
Or
That would've been better.
AYE.
Oh, the other story we had to talk about real quick.
Oh man, we went off on crazy tangents.
Yeah, it's just that Hulu
We don't really
Hulu's-
have a subject today.
Hulu's
I know.
changing their business model, and they added a new payment tier for no ads. But you
Oh,
have
for
to,
who? I think I read something about
Yeah,
that.
you
Yeah.
pay-
That's exactly what I didn't want. I wanted it to be free for the
for the ads,
and then
paid for the no
paid
ads.
for no ads.
But $7.99 will get you the ads. 12 or $11.99 will get you no ads except like on 7 shows. They'll do like a 15-second pre-roll and then 30-second post-roll ad, kind of like HBO does. You know how they'll do like that, just one ad before the episode.
yeah.
Yep.
So there's a post ad. What's the point of that? People are just gonna be like,
Yeah,
okay,
you
I'll
could
just turn it
exit
off now.
out, but
I'm done watching this. There's no point in waiting 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Except for the
But
people
it's only
that are
on-
binge watching and they just let it go to the next episode.
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah.
So
they
that's
just
what it's
watch
for,
through.
to
Yeah.
hit the next.
but it's only like on 7 of the shows that it's like Shield, Agents of Shield, New
Oh, yeah.
Girl, and a couple of other shows that are on right now. It's not all the shows.
That's interesting. So
Wait, did
you're-
Agents of
there-
Shield start up again? I haven't been paying attention.
I think it's
haven't
going
either.
to soon.
I need
So
to
I watched
catch
the
up
first
'cause
2.
we missed stuff.
You guys watch that?
We were watching it, and then my Moon and Stars, my beautiful, amazing wife, watched a bunch of episodes without me. So
Oh, really?
That-
So
that
you guys
tends
got
to
to the
happen.
point where it wasn't boring anymore?
What do you mean?
Like the first season, I feel like it was hard
Still
to get
boring.
through.
It's still boring.
Oh.
No, I'm just kidding.
Well, how far
No,
did you get into it?
I honestly don't even remember. It wasn't boring, but I do know what you're saying. Yeah,
Just
it
those
started
first,
kind of
because they have
slow.
to
It was-
establish all the characters
Yeah.
and then build these
Everybody
relationships.
has to
and
have an
then-
origins episode.
Yep.
Yeah, pretty much.
Really?
Well, kind of. No,
I'm
not
glad I don't watch
everybody,
that show.
but
It's not that bad, but
it is cool though because the way they're tying it into the movies.
that's what
there's-
I liked about it.
There's a lot of cool stuff that's going to evolve into.
I thought that guy died though in the movies.
Well, yeah, that's why you got to watch Agents of
Shut up.
Shield.
Don't talk about it.
But
That's why he had those cards in his breast pocket to bring the team back together.
Yeah,
that's what it was.
it wasn't really that way though. Remember?
No,
But yeah, he didn't have the cards in there, huh?
no.
They say that in the movie though.
It's
Yeah,
fake. Yeah,
Fury.
they do.
He Sam Jackson.
Yeah, I still never saw
exposed
the
it.
newest Avengers. I don't think though, which was a bummer. But I also
It's
missed,
an Avengers. It's okay.
and
I don't know.
I missed all the episodes
seems
of
too short.
Shield that led up to that
Oh.
making any difference, anyways. So
I watched the crossover. It wasn't anything that big.
it wasn't.
It just kind of helped fill in a little gap where you're like, well, where did that come from? You know, it's like, oh, well, then you find out that
Yeah.
this stuff's been going on.
But you kind of could have watched each separately, anyways, and not. wouldn't
Yeah,
have been that
and you
big a
could
deal.
just make sense of it.
Yeah.
There's
figure they
there's
have
another
to-
crossover too with the Captain America movie.
So
Yeah, with the
There's that one, and then the second one. No. Well, they might have a Civil War one, but the Winter Soldier, there was a
Yeah.
crossover because that show was going on at the time.
yeah.
And then the new Avengers. I was gonna say something else about that show, but I forgot. Oh well.
About Shield.
Yeah.
Uh,
Well, how
Agents
far
of
did you
S.H.I.E.L.D..
get? Yeah, Agents of
I
Shield.
got
Did you
not
watch
the
the whole
S.H.I.E.L.D..
first season?
not
I'm the
Chickless, not that
commish.
guy. Did I watch what?
How much have you watched?
I'm pretty sure I made the whole first season, and then
Because they're all 40-minute episodes too, which is
yeah,
another
it is,
reason. And there's
yeah.
like 26 episodes in a season. It's just
it's
like
long.
yeah, it's a long.
Dude, that's
there's a
what's
lot to it.
Heroes has been because we're finally on the last season of that,
Oh yeah.
and those are long episodes too, but it makes it nice at the same time because then you're not through in like 3 days. you
Oh
know?
yeah.
So
you can kind of extend it out.
It depends on who
lasts
you are.
longer. It does depend.
I remember
on
what I was
who you
gonna
are,
say
that's true.
though. You said you thought that guy dies. Well, they explain actually what happens, so it's kind of cool if you want to find out
Nah,
whatever
That's-
happened to him from the Avengers. You can watch Agents of Shield and find out what happened.
I'm
Been
good.
so I was
You'll
just trying
find
to
out.
be difficult.
I don't think you've gotten
didn't-
that far,
No, I
but-
did. I did.
so you know.
I know enough about that.
I know that he's
yeah.
not dead now. That's all I need to know.
No, he's
Yeah.
dead. He's still
No,
dead.
he's still dead. He's lucid dreaming. That's
Stuck-
all
stuck on
Agents
an
of
island.
Shield
It's
is.
Inception.
It is. Yep.
That's what's gonna be on the last Avengers movie.
Inception.
They'll all wake up, or
They're all gonna-
Chris Pratt's mom will wake up, and
No,
She'll be-
Wolverine will wake up and time will be reset because wait, that's X-Men.
Oh,
never
yeah.
mind. Like they can
Yeah.
like that's what they did with X-Men. They basically
that was
reset the
such a
timeline, so
cop-out,
now
yeah.
they can do whatever they
Start
want.
over.
Hey, none of that happened. None of these
I know.
movies since 2000 ever happened.
I felt that same way. Did you go see that with us or
Yeah.
no? Yeah.
Remember Sydney fell asleep? Like,
Yeah. It was because it was at that theater that is by your house
yeah.
with the nice seats. And,
Yeah,
and
the-
we saw it late at night, and it was like, man, the movie wasn't bad, but I was like,
It's
I was too
slow.
comfortable.
It's a slow burn.
for a slow. Yeah, it
It's a
was.
slow burn.
was.
Slow build.
But she was like, she was tired, and she was like, I think she was working 2 jobs at the time, so
Oh,
she was
man.
like beat.
Yeah.
But she was like trying to stay up the whole time, and then like finally, as soon as Magneto like lifts up the stadium,
uh-huh.
that's when she falls asleep, and then she wakes up as they're pulling Wolverine into the boat.
She has no idea.
She
Yeah.
missed like all the action,
Yeah.
all the good stuff.
She missed like the ending.
She's like, "What
that, Like
happened?"
tells you what happened.
Yeah.
Like, it's
And I
a
was
huge
like, it
thing.
just ended, yeah.
It's just over now. That's it.
And he's like back in the school, like with
Yeah.
what's her name, the girl
Jean Grey and
Yeah.
and Rogue
and she's
Kitty,
like, what
everybody's
how
alive.
come he's back? And I was
She
like,
doesn't understand any of
yeah.
that, huh? I like the analogy that the Beast character had. Hank, he was talking about how time is like a current or like a river. And
Yeah.
you could change you could throw some rocks in there, but it's still the current will still flow.
Yeah.
And this is what they did basically. They threw some rocks in, changed some stuff, but Wolverine still went through all that stuff that he went through.
Except he got out of the river and walked back upstream and then got back in the river.
See,
Is that
that's
what he
what's
did?
that's what's so weird. That's why I wish you guys watched Heroes all the way through because there's so much with the time travel stuff that
It's
that
on Netflix.
would be
or
so
no?
interesting. Yeah,
Maybe
that's
I
what
will
we're
watch
watching.
it then.
You
Because
should
I watched the whole
because-
first season and then I couldn't keep up with the second season. I think, and then
Yeah.
I just lost interest.
and I could see
'Cause
why
I watched
that
it
would
as it came
happen,
out. I was
too.
excited about that show, but
Yeah, but there's so much about the way they handle the time travel and
Yeah.
stuff that I would like love to talk to you guys about. But
I'll have to check it out. How many seasons are there?
there's 5 on Netflix.
5. Okay.
Yeah,
Well, I'll see
and
what I
they're
can do.
long seasons.
Are they 40-minute episodes?
Yeah,
All right, 20 episode
20
seasons.
plus, yeah, per season. So
20
That's
it's
3
plus.
episodes in 2 hours.
Yeah.
Vincent's got it down.
That's how I know
He
how
knows how
much
to
of my
watch
life
'em.
I've wasted.
I don't want to keep track of that because I'll be really depressed with how much time I waste.
I know I watched the new season of the league and literally like probably well it's only 13 episodes but it's 20 minutes long each.
Mm-hmm.
So I was going to go to bed and then I watched like 6 episodes and I was like shit, it's already like 2 in the morning and then the
And it's
next
half
day
over.
the next day I got home at and I was like it was just on its white noise as I was doing my homework and the season ended. I was like all right.
Yeah, it's the worst.
Well, still got a bunch of homework to do.
I did that with the Arrested Development, the Netflix original season.
Oh.
I think we watched that whole season in 2 days or something like that.
I think I did too.
Yeah, which was
It was weird because I don't know, I didn't like it as much. You could tell that they didn't have all the cast at one time.
yeah,
you
you
know.
could, you could. I thought it was clever the way they put it all.
Yeah, it
made
was.
it work
I
and put
could
it
appreciate
together,
it, but it just wasn't the same as
it
the
wasn't
other
the same.
seasons.
Yeah, yeah, you missed some of the dynamic of
It
having
would
everybody together and stuff.
I watched like the first 3 or 4 episodes, and it just didn't feel like it had the same rewatchability as the first 3 seasons.
Yeah, no, it really didn't. I know what you mean.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's like
'Cause
okay,
I
I
wa-
get it, I got it. You're
Yeah.
wrapping it up, cool story.
Uh-huh.
Like
Yeah, when Al lived with us, we watched those all the time, like just over
The-
and
there's
over.
so many
One,
like
Which
two, and
season do you
three.
guys want to start this
Yeah.
week?
Yeah.
just
so
because we
many
would just sit
little
there and
things
watch
that
it.
you catch every single time.
Yeah, it's so
it's
good.
but it's
So
just
good.
yeah, it's just funny because even if you know what's coming,
Yeah,
it's
you're like, oh, I don't
still-
remember that part.
Yep. Yeah, that's just like The Office too. I feel the same
Yeah.
way about
Yeah.
that show. But all right,
Up until season 7.
Yeah. Then it gets a little.
when Michael Scott's gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, bye guys.
All right, see you guys
All
later.
right,
That's it. We're done. Yeah, we actually went long this time. So
Call to action at the beginning.
yep, didn't
Hey guys,
do that.
welcome to episode
Oh,
8.
yeah.
Can you please leave a like and comment? I'll put
Yeah,
that in the front.
Thanks to the few people that did comment finally and leave some likes and some feedback. So hopefully more of that, and we'll keep trying to entertain you. And
If not ourselves.
yeah, we're at least entertaining ourselves.
That's
We
all that-
always get that part, so that's what
We
matters.
got
I
that
guess.
down. We got
that
it locked
yeah.
down. I
We
feel
do.
like we do a good job of that.
Yep. So so thanks everybody for listening.
Shut up.
This was episode 8, and we'll talk to you guys again next week.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
All right. Bye.
Longest outro ever, TJ. All right, bye.
Bye.